Before I get into the video, if you're someone who's struggling with weight loss, click the link in the description and I will personally help you achieve the goal that you think is impossible and help you see results. Also, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. So, losing weight is actually a lot easier than you think. It's still a challenge to do, meaning it's still gonna take some consistency and discipline. But when I finally lost the weight, I understood how simple it was. I went from being 205 pounds, which was my heaviest, down to 180 pounds. That's 25 pounds that I lost. And the way I did it was properly doing the keto diet and intermittent fasting. Now, I say that or the reason why I say it's a lot simpler after losing the weight, because I had so many attempts at trying to lose the weight. I tried mainly focusing on cardio. I tried eating what I thought were healthy foods, like Subway sandwiches or yogurt with cereal on it or some grains or whatever. But I had so many approaches to this, but I kept failing. Even with keto, I tried so many times to approach my weight loss with keto, and I always failed, either because I didn't know what I was doing, or I fell into temptation of eating the same foods that got me to become overweight. But once I lost the 25 pounds, it became so simple, and that's what I'll explain in the video, how I did it and how it's so simple. So basically, number one, I obviously had to stop eating the unhealthy foods, the junk foods that got me to become 205 pounds, and I replaced that with foods that were keto. And me personally, because I have slow metabolism, it's really hard for my body to lose body fat because of my slow metabolism. I have friends who have really high metabolism and they can eat whatever they want and they look like anorexic, essentially. So that's why keto worked for me. It helped get past that stubborn body fat that my body will hold on to because of my slow metabolism. So yeah, replace my food with keto. But even then, even if I were to replace my food with keto, I wouldn't see results for a very long time. So what really helped me push that, because I lost the 25 pounds within 3 months, roughly. I didn't really write that down. I should have, but what really helped accelerate that process was intermittent fasting and fasting. Intermittent fasting is eating within a window of a day. So let's say I pick 4 hours and I have to eat my meals within those 4 hours. I would stick to 2 meals. So I would wake up, I wouldn't eat breakfast, I would have coffee, and then for the whole morning I'd fast, and then maybe around 2 p.m. I'll have a meal, and then an hour or two later I'll have another meal, and that would be it for the day. That really helped propel my weight loss, and what even pushed it beyond that was prolonged fasting. And because of the nature of the keto diet, going multiple days without eating food was a little bit easier. Don't get me wrong, it was still a challenge. It was pretty hard. But again, yeah, the nature of the keto diet made it more manageable, and combining your body being in a state of ketosis with fasting for multiple days, if you're someone like me who has stubborn body fat, it's essentially the cure to it, or remedy. But yeah, so again, that's what I'm trying to say in this video. If you're someone who's been struggling with weight loss, who doesn't know what to do, who's had many attempts but kept failing, it's just simple. Just replace your diet, preferably keto, and start fasting. Start doing intermittent fasting and multiple day fasting. Now, don't get me wrong, maybe I could have lost the weight with just doing cardio if I was more disciplined and consistent with that, or eating healthier foods, or what I thought were healthier foods. But because I lacked the consistency and discipline to carry on with that approach, I kept failing and didn't see any results. And it's the same thing when I approached keto with a lack of discipline and consistency. I kept failing. For example, I remember in college when I first discovered keto, uh, I, I did this. I bought like chicken breast. I would cook it the night prior and then leave it for the next day to take to school. And I would have that. So then, well, I don't know. I for some reason thought that was going to put me in ketosis, even though that same day I would probably have something in the morning that had carbs in it and whatnot. And then not only that, because I didn't do keto properly and I wasn't even close to being in ketosis, I was still relatively hungry, or I was actually starving still after eating that chicken breast, that dried chicken breast. So because of that, I would not be able to withstand the feeling of hunger, and I would resort to buying something just to fill my stomach. And even that too, the lack of education, the concept of fasting or intermittent fasting never crossed my mind. So as soon as I felt hunger, I thought that I need food in my stomach. Maybe I would have succeeded if I knew that if I had fasted during the periods that I felt hungry, I would have seen some sort of progress. Another thing too, I remember with keto and failing, um, I used to buy keto snacks, very expensive, useless, tiny keto snacks, in hopes to fill me up in between meals. I remember it was these little bars that were keto friendly, really expensive. They didn't fill me up. They tasted kind of weird. I think I ended up having to eat like two at a time just because of how hungry I was. But it was a waste of time, because if you're doing keto, like the way I did it recently to lose the weight, you would have a certain amount of meals, maybe two or one or three, and in between those meals you would fast, especially when you're feeling hungry, which will speed up the process of losing weight. So if I had known how simple it was, change up my diet, implement fasting, and you'll lose the weight, I would have gotten results a lot sooner. But that's besides the point, because I ended up getting the results I wanted. And I'm sharing this video with whoever is in that state of not knowing, or is in that state of giving up, and not realizing that there is a chance for you to see results. You just have to educate yourself, be consistent on whatever approach you're doing, and have the discipline to actually get through it. But because it goes back to my point of maybe I could have lost the weight with cardio, or who knows, but I didn't, because I lacked the discipline and education. But the reason why I did lose my weight with keto was because I actually thankfully educated myself on it. I stumbled across a YouTube channel that specializes in keto, and I learned a lot of things that I never ever knew about keto, hence intermittent fasting and all these other things. So that helped me understand the concept of keto a lot better, which again helped me simplify things and helped me do in a proper approach. So again, it wasn't easy. It's more so understanding how to lose weight is easy. Actually executing it takes some discipline, and for you to go through pain. But yeah, so I'm thankful for that, to finally educate myself on this issue that I had, because if it wasn't for that, I would have been stuck being 205 pounds and being miserable. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you made it this far, I thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're someone who struggles with weight loss, click the link in the description and I'll personally help you achieve your goals. Hit that subscribe button and like the video.